Yo, 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 what up, Vikings fans? Guess what day it is? That's right, it's Hump Day. We're going to have a little recap, future game, maybe some mocks right after this.
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Mike. Mike. What day is it, Mike? What day is it, Mike? Uh-oh.
It's Hump Day.
Hump day. Hump day. Huh? Anybody?
It's Hump Day.
What up, Vikings fans? That's right, it's Hump Day. Hey, shout out to Gary in the building.
Hump day. Yeah.
We got Skull for Life Barber 1975. What up, what up? How's it feel to be 6-4? Still in the playoff hunt. Minnesota Vikings. We're going to talk about it. What up, Tori? Hey, I'm about to drop the link in the comments. If anybody wants to hop on, give their views of the game, status of the Vikings right now, feel free to click that link. But yeah, so your Vikings, let me go ahead and pull it up real quick. Present, share screen, NFL standings, share. So as you can see, we're still 2 back from the Lions. So pretty much we control our destiny. If we can win some games, win out. What up, Curtis? Curtis in the house. Curtis in the building, be sure. Yeah, we got to win some games. Next game, Sunday, we're going to Denver, playing the Broncos. Now, if anybody watched the game on Monday night, man, the Bills wanted to lose that game. How in the hell are you going to have 12 men on the field? So someone needed to be pimp slap. Someone needed to be pimp slap. I mean, in a situation like that, there has got to be someone counting the players to make sure everything's right, because you got what you wanted. He missed the kick, but no, 12 men on the field, and they got the re-kick and win the game. But that's neither here or there. So far, I really wasn't too impressed with the Broncos offense. Those stupid little shuffle passes could be concerning now that Hicks is gone. And I'm reluctant on Troy Dye making plays, but we will see on Sunday. But how excited are we now? Let me take this off. How excited are we with Joshua Dobbs? I'm telling you, a week of being in the playbook, learning more plays, it just shows the direction that the Minnesota Vikings are going into having a mobile quarterback. Because Gary said, I thought you in this show too. No, they have this is Hump Day Takes. They have the vintage. I started Hump Day Takes earlier. So Curtis, yeah, his show is next. But just having the mobile quarterback, I mean, I ain't going to talk too much about Kirk Cousins because he was playing great, but just the difference, just having that mobility. I mean, he would break out sometimes and make a play here and there, but to have a quarterback that could do that consistently, I think that's the direction the Vikings need to go in. And I feel we should let Dobbs hold the key to the car, ride the truck until the wheels fall off. Now, when the wheels fall off and Mr. Jaron Hall is at a concussions protocol, I'm not too worried about if something were to happen to Dobbs where he couldn't play, that Jaron Hall would be able to step in and continue the season that we are having. Gary says, I'm in a wait and see mode, but I love what I'm seeing so far, Yogi. Yes. Now, I want to switch gears a little bit. We're going to talk about KOC. Now, I'll be the first to admit, first couple games of the season, I was on KOC's ass. JJ gets hurt, Cousins gets hurt, and that 49ers game is what turned it around for me. And it was like, damn, okay, we got something here. And the way KOC is handling adversity, I'm loving it. Exactly. As I just bring him up. Yeah. But the way KOC has handled adversity, I mean, right now, I feel Dan Campbell or the coach from Texas, the Texans, might be coach of the year. But I think KOC is up there right with them. If we were to win out, the Cincinnati Bengals game is going to be iffy. But if we can win out, either get to the playoffs, I'm hoping for winning the division, or even a 5th seed. What up, Sodak kid? I think we could go far. This offseason, the Wilfs, they need to do whatever they got to do to keep this man on the Minnesota Vikings, whether it's make him assistant head coach, pay him a little less than KOC, but he needs to be in the Vikings building for years to come. The contrast between his style, his aggressiveness, and KOC's, you could just see the attitude in the air and the change in the Vikings from top to bottom, and I'm loving it. Now, he could do a little more to work on that run defense to keep it 100, because I tell you what, our run defense scares me a little time, but he makes up it for it everywhere else. But yeah, just like Tori says, B-Flow is a good mix. Totally good mix. A little ebony and ivory, if you get the reference. But yeah, we got to do whatever we got to do to keep Brian Flores in the building. Let's talk about this man right here, Mr. Kwesi. People have been talking about his Moneyball antics. You know, first people were talking about, oh, we traded for Dobbs, swap of a 6, stuff like that. Now they saying that was a hell of a trade, hell of a pickup, and he's making moves. The next move he made, that's right. Guess who's back in town? Mr. Anthony Barr is a Minnesota Viking again. Now, from what I heard, is he called up Kendricks, sorry, and asked if he could wear 54 since Andre Carter already had 55. So Anthony Barr was going to be rocking the 54 in homage to his buddy, which I could dig. Now, Anthony Barr, now in his prime, in this 3-4 defense, would have been elite. But to bring him on now, and we're in that 3-4 defense, people don't understand. When he was on the Vikings prior, he wore that green dot, and he ran that defense, changed the coverages, changed the blitzes. So the faster he gets in this building, and the faster he learns B-Flow's concept, the better for that playoff push. So I think it's a great addition. I'm pretty sure it's not that much money, but a great addition. Oh, we got, let me see. Who we got a couple more in the building. What up, Two-Tone Tony? Humpday. Hey, my Skull brother, Skull Mafia in the building. What up, my guy? So that brings me. So we got Anthony Barr. I'm going to stand on this hill. I'm going to die on this hill. The defensive line coach is gone. So there is no reason why we shouldn't be calling up Akeem Hicks agent and getting this man in the building. As I said before, our run defense scares me a little bit. To have Akeem Hicks who can actually get pressure and help with the run game, defensive run game, that's a move we got to be made. Hey, D. Will. Welcome, my guy. But Akeem Hicks, I feel, would be another great addition just as a depth piece. Because as we sit right now, we're 6-4. Let me pull up this schedule. We're 6-4. We're heading to Denver, Sunday Night Football. We will be going. I will be doing a watch party. So if anybody wants to watch the game with us, we just watch it live, talk our talk, have fun with it, hang out. Kind of like virtual hangout. But I really think we got Broncos and the Bears until we head into the bye week. So if we can sign Akeem Hicks, hopefully JJ's back. I really have a good feeling about winning these two games. Before Kirk Cousins got hurt, I predicted we'd be 8-4 by the bye week. He got hurt. We traded for Dobbs. I still have a feeling that we could still be 8-4 by the bye week. Yeah, Tori, Akeem Hicks is a free agent. So let me pull this up. Boom, let me fix this, take this off. Add this. Comments. What up, Dave? How you feeling, my guy? Dave in the building. So I'm going to stop sharing this one. I'm going to present this one. Up. So right now, so we can take a look. So top 100 available NFL free agents list. Akeem Hicks is number 11. Anthony Barr was number 17. So I think adding some depth at the defensive line position would be great. Got players like Lyle Collins, Desmond King, cornerback, Jarvis Landry, Mike Eondis, defensive line, Marquez Callaway, Ken Galladay, Casey Hayward. Depending on Marcus Davenport, if he's going to come back, we can always look at Melvin Ingram, Carlos Dunlap, Chandler Jones. I mean, if we're going to make a push for the playoffs, we should be adding some depth pieces. Let's see here. Awesome weapon, by the way. Frozen says, yo, what's up, everybody? Frozen North says, we doing running backs tonight? Yeah, we'll talk about some running backs. Tori says, man, if we get him even as a rotation player at first, that'll be love. Maybe he wants too much money. That could be the case, but man, at this point, he ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? There ain't much time left in the season. I mean, get a couple $1 million, for the rest of the season or whatever it is. D. Will says Hicks' move would be like Eagles picking up 2 D tackles last year. Exactly. I mean, so our defensive line is weird right now. It's hit or miss. One week, you're like, oh my gosh, okay. They're making plays. Next week, it's like ran on. Gary says we can't count on a love seat. He's not even a couch. But man, you would think some of these free agents, especially at this time of the year, I would assume that they're in the gym, getting ready, working out, training, just in case they get that call. I mean, it's their profession. And you have to be ready to play. So let me know in the chat if you guys were Kwesi right now and had a chance to pick up Akeem Hicks, if the price was right, would you do it? Just let me know. Let me know in the chats. What up, Dave Thibodeau? Oh. How do you guys feel about the Barr pickup? Well, that's the thing, Gary. We don't know. We don't even know if Kwesi's making the call. This is if I was Kwesi, I would be making that call to add depth, because I'm at the point right now, I feel that wherever we pick, we're going to talk about quarterbacks. I think right now, wherever we pick in the draft, most likely in the first round, it should be a quarterback, depending on if we re-sign Dobbs or not, depending on where we should pick up our quarterback. I'm loving the direction. Oh, yeah, D. Will. Hunter, Hicks, Davenport. Yes, that would be scary. With Phillips in there. Dave said the bar pickup depends on how many beers in we are. Tori says, I don't think we will resign Dobbs. Okay, now that you brought that up, if we weren't to resign Dobbs, we'll stop sharing that one. Present. Share screen. Let me find it. All right, so I'm gonna pull up this. I'm gonna pull up over the cap. Free agent quarterbacks next year. Now, depending on how Josh Dobbs plays, so like I was saying, I think it's time for the Minnesota Vikings to rip the Band-Aid, cut ties with Kirk Cousins, just that $28 million void year. We got to just chop it as a loss, get rid of it now. Don't do any extensions and extending that void year down the line. For me personally, there's four quarterbacks I would like to see as in that backup / bridge role to coincide with the direction of what I feel the Vikings are going into. The first one, depending on how he plays, would be Josh Dobbs. If we could get him for $10 to $15 million a year as a backup bridge quarterback, couple year deal, would be the first option right here. My second option, I have been on this guy for a while. Tyler Huntley from the Baltimore Ravens. Similar style as Lamar Jackson, similar style as Joshua Dobbs. If we could get him on a, backup role contract so we could spend some money on other pieces, I would love that as well. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. My third option. Let's go ahead and bring back Mr. Two Gloves, Teddy Bridgewater. Let's now that the teams could carry three quarterbacks, I wouldn't mind signing Teddy Bridgewater to a contract. Hey, Tori, hey, as a backup, third man on the roster, because I'm going to talk about the quarterback. In that situation, Tori, in that situation, he would just be QB3, veteran in the locker room, better than Mannion, yes, just like Zed said. So in that situation, it'll be the quarterback I'm about to talk about, who I think the Vikings should draft, Jaron Hall, and Teddy as QB3. That's just more homegrown. Want to see him retire as a Viking, but if it's as QB3, I'm okay with it. And the fourth quarterback that fits that realm of, as you guys can see where I'm going with, would be Jacoby Brissett. Just another veteran type quarterback that can pass and that can use his legs. Because if that's the direction we're going in, this is the quarterback I think the Minnesota Vikings need to draft. And it's not just because I'm an LSU fan, but it's going to be Jaden freaking McDaniels or Daniels. Why isn't Jaden Daniels the Heisman favorite right now? I don't know. The dude's got 4,082 total yards, number one. 10.5 total yards per play, number one. 38 total touchdowns, number two. 202.1 passing efficiency rating, number one. He's had 4 interceptions. 71.4 completion percentage, number 7. 11.6 passing yards per attempt, number 1. And LSU has the number 1 total offense. Oh, I don't know if you guys can read that. But when Robert Griffin III won the Heisman, their team went 10-3. When Lamar Jackson won the Heisman, their team went 9-4. And last year, when Caleb Williams won the Heisman, their team went 11-3. Now, the game last week against the Gators, Jaden Daniels, it was the Florida Gators, but this man is the first quarterback in FBS history to throw for 300 plus yards and rush for 200 plus yards. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to happen every game, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm saying. He has the capability of to do that. You guys go watch the highlights or some of the game film of that Gators game and just watch how that man gets out the pocket and just can find breakaways. And 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns. Run for over 200, pass for over 300, 5 touchdowns. Yes, please. He will says Dobbs is in-house now. Don't make sense to go look for the same player if he continues to show he can play the position. Exactly, D. Will. That's why I said he would be the first option. If we could get him re-signed, that'd be the first option. But I would still want to draft Jaden Daniels, have Dobbs be there too, and Jaron Hall. I would love those 3 in the quarterback room. I was just mentioning the other quarterbacks in case Dobbs wants to do that astronaut stuff and do his contract with NASA as a backup plan. Gary says, my homegrown, I'm crushing. Set me up a meeting with Quasey, and I'll teach him how to home grow. He's smart enough to move it to quarterback rather than Bud. Is Penix hurt this year? No. Sarah says too much wear and tear on his body already. Frozen says, Gary, on my way. Tori says, can't be scared to draft someone because of their injury history. So, at first, when we drafted Booth, I was like, damn, this was a horrible pick. And it wasn't turning out to be a good pick. But now Booth is actually turning around and making some plays. Sarah says Penix will be playing against huge guys, trying to take him out every week with that much previous injuries. I don't trust him to hold up. My Skull brother, Skull Mafia says Dobbs always say stay behind big name quarterbacks and never had a real shot. Now he has it and won't look back. And I think to speak on that point, Skull Mafia, Dobbs is in, I don't think what could be more better of a situation than a quarterback could be in right now with JJ coming back, TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison, depending on when KJ Osborne gets back, Naylor, Powell, Tristan Jackson. The weapons are there. Now, someone brought up running game. Ty Chandler needs to be RB1. Fight me if you want to disagree. Chandler needs to be RB1. Depending on if Madison is how long he's going to be out. If it's a couple of weeks, Kenya RB2. They need to bring up McBride RB3. But Chandler needs to be RB1. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys feel Chandler should be running back 1? Because if Chandler starts off the game, I mean, everybody was so quick for Cook to leave, thinking Madison could be a RB1, but we could see Madison is a Robin and he needs a Batman. Not saying he's not a good player. That is not what I'm saying. But he needs to be a Robin to a Batman, and we need to find a Batman. Frozen North says you should absolutely be concerned about the prospect's injury history. Anyone who says otherwise is not able to vote. Gary says, I'm so happy you working days now, so we get your shows live when we can see them, brother. Heck yeah. Yeah, last week was my first week of working days. Second week of working days, I'm loving it. Getting off at 5 o'clock, getting home, get to do my Humpday takes at nighttime when people can see it instead of 11 o'clock in the morning before I went to work. I'm loving it. D. Will says, was like in 98 when Randall took the keys as QB. Exactly. Sarah says, Madison needs to be the water boy. Damn, Sarah. Skull Mafia says, yes, all day. His burst is scary. He's a home run hitter. Yes. Did we see him run 100%? Chan QB1. Dave Thibodeau says, I agree, Ty. Yes. D. Will says, imagine the speed on the field if Ty and offense is at full strength. Exactly. Without establishing the run, the threat of RPO, and which I hope KOC is installing. They have to be installing some RPO. With Dobbs back there right now, RPOs, play action need to be the full focus. I am saying all week of practice needs to be focused. Our pass game is there. Of course, work on it. But we need to be working on our run game so we can establish the RPO play action, and I'm gonna don't hate me because I was so against them before the tight end screen, but the way Dobbs and Hawk have been connecting, from what I've heard, they were working out together. That has to happen. Hey, we got my man T Bass in the building. What up, T Bass? Oh, Tony Bell's in the building too. Yeah, don't forget, in about 10 minutes, I'll be jumping off. Be sure to hop on and check out the vintage. Tony Bell and Curtis will be talking about some Vikings history stuff. But yeah, just imagine how scary it's going to be if we could start establishing the run game, RPOs, play action, and even if the plays break down, with the ability of Dobbs being able to extend the play, either getting the ball passed downfield or running for those yardages, I'm loving it. I'm loving the direction that the Minnesota Vikings are going in. I mean, Cousins was playing a hell of a year, but the age of the pure pocket passer in today's NFL, in my opinion, is a dying breed. You need a QB with that passer efficiency and the ability to extend plays and make plays with their legs. Zed said, Gaskin back in the building. Oh, so Zed, you bring up a good point. With Gaskins back in the building, that really makes me want to think they might not be too high on McBride, because I thought McBride was in the building too. To where if they brought Gaskins back in the building, if we see Gaskins get elevated before McBride, that's going to tell us everything we know about McBride, and that they probably want more development out of him before they get him on that 53-man roster. Let me know if you guys think different. That's my opinion. Gary says RPO coming. Trust me, as long as line can hold up. And I'll say it again. We were all on the offensive line's ass, except my guy right here, Dave, from Vikings First and Skull. The hill he stood on was if the O-line worked together, they were going to turn things around. And he was so right. Most of us weren't seeing it. All we could see was Ingram's bad play. And but I will say Dave was right on point with that. Dobbs Skull for Life Barber 1975 says Dobbs protects the ball better when he runs. Man, yeah. So there was this one play, I forget when it was, and he was busting out a run, and just seeing him switch the ball from one arm to the other arm and securing it, I was like, that's what we need to see. That's exactly what we needed to see. D-Well says, what's nice with Dobbs and Hall is they can run the same offense. Exactly. Yep. Tony, KOC needs to focus on the run. I touched on that. Gary said, let's do a shot. and I know Dave's probably got one of those 17-year age in a wooden barrel You can only open up on a Thursday, bottles of whiskey. But yeah. Um, Zed says, and if we turn up the entire game. Captain. Hey, Captain, welcome to the party, man. Oh. Welcome. Hey, and if you guys are in the building, be sure to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Um, I'm Yogi, Purple Rain 247, part of Purple and Scold Media. Be sure to like and subscribe Purple and Scold Media as well, because there's usually content from the family Purple Gang all week long. We got my man Rap, Purple Pockets Podcast. We got Justin Day, Purple and Gold for Days. We got Luft in the building, First and Skull, Vikings First and Skull. We got my man Dave, Minnesota Sports Talk. You got the GG Boys, GG Sports Podcast. Let me make sure I'm not missing anyone. My guy Zoe from In the Zone Podcast, Mike from Mike Sports Vibes. If you guys know, Saturday nights, that's the 9 p.m. Purple Vibes in the Zone. That's where we get down. We got Curtis, TYA, The Catch, started his own channel. Be sure to go like and subscribe to him. He'll be up on, they should be starting pretty soon with the vintage. You know, there wasn't a lot of channels out there talking Vikings history. They would talk about it here and there, but Curtis came up with the idea of doing a weekly show with Tony Bell. Tony Bell also does Tony Takes. He's a part of Purple Rain 247. But yeah, there's plenty of content, a little bit of something for everybody to love, dive into. And you all know we're one big family around here. But be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get your boy up to 500. I don't care. For Christmas, everybody just share my channel on their Facebook page, Twitter page, and say, go subscribe to my boy Yogi. I'll dig it. All right, back to these chats. Skull Mafia says, Dobbs really makes this offense scary as hell. If he keeps it up, don't forget he beat Dallas already with the shit team around him. Exactly. I feel Skull Mafia, the more he, with his intellect, the more and more he's able to get into that playbook, and the more reps he gets, I think he's just going to get better and better and better with KOC, the coaching staff around him, and it's just going to improve and improve and improve. That's the feeling I'm going to get, because he's got the pieces around him now. I could be totally wrong. It could all go shit to south in a heartbeat. But from what I'm seeing about this man and the way he carries himself and the pieces around him, I think it is nothing up but from here. And that's just not me drinking the purple Kool-Aid. I'm loving what I'm seeing. And I think a lot of Vikings fans are loving this new direction and this new energy that the Vikings are showing. There's going to be some bumps. There's going to be some bruises. But we're going in the right direction, in my opinion. I want another, but I know I'm at that summit where one more pushes me over the top. Sarah says, an immobile quarterback gives less grass for the defense to defend. Captain says Holland Dobbs got that athlete in him. Yes. Tony Bell says, I'm sure the Browns wish they had kept Dobbs now with the Watson injury. Exactly. But you can't always get what you want, because we got him now. T Bass says, see the quarterback run a lot, see the quarterback get hurt. It's a age-old story. Now, and that's where slide sliding, getting out of bounds has to be the most important thing. Don't go taking hits. Don't be like Josh Allen. Don't look for contact. Get the first down, get the yardage, don't get sacked, get out of bounds. That's me, T-Bass. When I say mobile quarterback extending plays, that's what I want him to see him do. Extend the play, get some yardage, either get out of bounds or slide. Don't go looking for contact. D. Will says, when KOC became the head coach, I was like, damn, our run game is dead. Look at the Rams run game. Once Todd Gurley left, blocking scheme sucks. Sarah said, hey, I stood with Dave that our O-line was going to be good. Dylan Dotson, yes. I have a bad feeling we really about to feel this Hicks injury in the run game. It's been so good in the second level. Exactly, Dylan. That's why, if you weren't on earlier, I think I said we need to sign Akeem Hicks to help with the run game. Because you got to admit, if you can get that pressure on the run game as well as the pass game, to where they're not even getting to the second level, that's going to help out a lot. We got my man SK in the building. Oh. Oh, dang. All right. What up, Too Evil? But yeah, so that's going to be my time, everybody. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Be sure to jump over to the Vintage. Plan on 8:30 p.m. for Grind Time Humpday Takes. I think that's going to be my time slot. It works best. I'm able to get home, spend some time with the wife, get on here. And the Vintage won't be, well, you know how they roll over there, but they get to still start at their time. So tune in next Wednesday. Hump Day Takes. Tune in this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Central for Saturday Night Live, the Skull Report. That's why you got to be sure to like and subscribe Purple and Skull, because that will just be directly on that channel. 9 p.m. will be Purple Vibes in the Zone. Sunday, the pregame show will be at 6 p.m. Central Time, since it's a night game. So me and SK actually get to sleep in a little bit. We will be doing the Skull State of Mind watch party. People are more than welcome to jump on, just watch the football game with us. It's fun. I mean, it's nothing too formal, just having fun, hanging out with your buddies. But yeah, I want to thank everybody that made it in, that hanged out with your boy, that hangs out with all the channels every night. I love it. Purple Gang, thank you. And until next time, be for real. Skull Vikings.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Mike. What day is it, Mike? What day is it, Mike?
It's Humpday.